Okay, much better. I'm too much of a control freak to have something else holding the camera that I couldn't figure out how to get it going. I'll wait for some people to get on. If you are on, please say hello so I know that you're here. And then I'll get started as soon as I see that you're all back. Say hello, please. Ah, you know what? My coffee cup goes perfectly with what I'm trying to do here. So I have decided that I want to start my days with something positive. And there's so much power in setting our mind up for what the day is going to bring, even when we don't know what that's going to be, if we start off on a positive note. And I made myself a cup of coffee. I'm running late today. It's been a crazy morning. And my coffee says it all. No drama for this llama. So cheers to that. What I would like to do is a daily affirmation. I want to do it a lot earlier than I did today. I'm running way late. But I'm just going to, I think I want to stick with this one that I've got for a while because it makes me feel really good. And it's easy when we get up in the mornings to jump on Facebook or a news site or turn the TV on and see all of the madness that's taken place. And I can remember a time when I had to really shut down Facebook for a minute for myself as far as browsing news feeds because all I seen was like animal abuse or children abuse posts. And if that's the first thing I see in the morning, it sets me up for I was really sad and I would cry and I had to get my mind right after that. So what if we flip the script a little bit and we I would like to do it way earlier. I'm thinking like 8 in the morning, get up and just kind of get on and we can say it together. The one that I'm going to say today, I'll post in the comments. So if you want to keep it and just kind of say it to yourself in the mirror, I just think there's so much power behind words. And I really, really have come to terms with lately that we can speak things into existence. Not in terms of like, I'm going to win a lottery and then I go buy the ticket and I win a lottery. But when we speak things into existence, like this is going to be a good day and I'm going to rock this day and good things are going to happen. We start to approach people differently. We have a different energy. We give a different vibe. And in turn, we get that back. So it's just getting our minds ready for the day. And I really, really like the one that I stumbled across yesterday, I think it was. And we're going to rock with that for today. So I'm going to say this. And I'm going to pray this over everybody watching, everybody that jumps on later to watch the video, everybody that needs it that's not even on. You know, think about the power of that. How many people are speaking positive prayers and vibes and energies into your life that you're not even aware of. So we're going to do that too. And just speak this over everybody that needs it and everybody that's watching and everybody that's going to watch. So I'm going to say it and then I will post it in the comments and I'm going to elaborate a little bit about why this sticks out to me right now after I'm done. It says, I will trust you, Lord. I surrender my burdens to you. I believe your will be done. I pray you grant me peace to accept the things that are out of my control. And I have faith that no matter who comes against me, you will turn it around for my good. I trust the plan you have over my life, and I know it is better than my own. I pray you continue to be with me and guide me as I move through this beautiful world you've created. This speaks volumes to me right now because there are so many things that are taking place that are beyond our control. And then we have our own situations, life on life's terms that take place, whether it's illness, financial stress, relationships, maybe our kids aren't making the best choices. So we have like real life stuff that's taken place that needs our energy, that needs our attention, that needs our positive vibes, that needs our prayers, that needs us, and needs our strength, right? And then it gets real heavy. And there's that saying that God won't give us more than we can handle. And I have really recently come to terms with a couple of things. One, the promise was never that this life would be easy. And that is so misconstrued. And people want to place blame and get real discouraged in their faith or question God because life happens and it's like people get confused. The promise was never that this life was going to be easy. The promise is that no matter how hard it gets, He will get us through it. And I get asked all the time, Carmen, how do you keep going? Like, how do you keep pushing forward? How do you keep your head on straight? Like, it's always one thing after another. And I'm being 150% honest with you when I tell you, I don't really remember a time where I felt extremely overwhelmed to where I couldn't push forward. And the only reason that I can endure all of these things that take place that are beyond my control is because I have a relationship with Jesus. And I get scared, and that's, I'm human, and I fall short because, again, I'm human. But I am not confused about the fact that bad things don't come from Jesus. My dad's told me that my whole life, and bad things don't come from him. But he does give us the strength to get through those situations. He does get us through it, and that is the only reason. There are people in my life that are going through less than I am, and they're not okay. And then I like to believe that I am okay, and I 100% feel that I am okay. And the only difference between me and them is that I have something I believe in. I'm not saying you have to believe in Jesus. I'm not saying that you have to have a relationship with God. I'm just saying that you have to find something to believe in, a security blanket, if you will. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you weak to need something greater than yourself to help you push through things that you don't understand. Being vulnerable is a strength. That is a strength. You know, it's easy to just throw the towel in, and it's easy to try to keep control, right? It's easy to try to navigate the things that we don't understand because we're in control. It's hard raising that white flag. It's hard to surrender, but that's where the real strength comes in, and that's why I truly believe that's why I have such a peace about a lot of the things that have transpired, because I am not confused about the fact that whatever happens, I've got that security blanket, and faith is a beautiful thing. Having said that, when life gets to be too much, and we hear it all the time, like, well, God must think I'm a superhero because he keeps giving me all of the stuff to carry. You know, if I'm going through it, then and I have to come out on the right end of things, then it must be God's testing my strength. He's not testing your strength. He already knows what choices you're going to make. He already knows what your end game is. He allows us to go through things because we forget how strong we are. That's where the test is. He already knows. And I've talked about this before. He already knows what we're going to do. This isn't a test that we can pass or fail for him. It's because we forget how strong we are. So he allows us to go through circumstances so we can be reminded of our strength. Because there are situations where we're supposed to help people or carry people. And when the stuff gets too heavy and you feel like, okay, Lord, that is enough. I can't take anymore. I don't know who you think I am, but I'm about to cave, and I need you to stop throwing it at me. That's because he never gave us more than we could carry. The problem is that we run around picking up stuff that isn't ours to carry. You know, like, we've got our own situations that we're dealing with, and then this happens, and that happens, and that happens, and it's like a waitress running around a restaurant just picking up plates. Her arms are full, and she's picking up plates, and now she's got them on her shoulders, and she's balancing them on her head, and she's not going to make it to the kitchen because she's picking up plates that aren't hers to pick up. We have to be very conscious of knowing that it is okay to not pick up other people's stuff. It is okay to just deal with your own and deal with what you're given. We don't have to put ourselves in situations where we're picking up stuff that isn't ours to carry. When we do that, that's when it's too much. That's when we feel like we can't push forward. That's when it gets so heavy that we're asking God why he's doing this to us. Who do you think I am? What did I do to deserve this? Well, nothing. But you picked it up on your own. I didn't give it to you, is what he's saying. Like, I didn't ask you to get involved in that and that and that. That has nothing to do with you. In those moments, our best option is to lead by example. Let the people that need to carry their own stuff carry their own stuff, and let them gain the strength to do so by watching you adhere to yours. You know, I mean, my gosh, I've got a lot of stuff to carry, and it's okay. It's not too heavy yet. It's not, because I'm learning boundaries and I'm only picking up what's mine to carry. So if somebody's watching and they're like, how is she doing it? I'm trying to lead by example, and it's coming effortlessly because the faith is so strong. So I would encourage you today I'm going to post that in the comments. And I just, what I'm feeling today is that life is extremely overwhelming. And we are going to be given stuff that makes us question our faith, makes us question our strength, makes us question ourselves. And that's okay. We are human. But when it gets to be too much, you have to look around and see what you've picked up that's not yours to carry. Because when we're doing that for people, sometimes it's more hurtful than helpful to them. We have to let people go through their stuff. And loving from afar, you know, being an ear when we need to be. But, you know, it's cliche, but if our cup's like pouring, and we're not filling it back up, we're left with nothing to give. And then we can't take care of ourselves. We can't help anybody else. So it's just really, really important for me that I, just like this says, that God grants me the peace to accept the things that are out of my control. And it's crazy to me that I always resort to prayer as last option. You know, it's like something will happen and I'm like, okay, I can fix this. I'll get another job. I'll go and fix that person. I'll figure it out. And then my mind's going crazy. And then when nothing else works, I'm like, well, so will you pray for me? That should be the first thing that we're asking people is, will you pray? Because we're not God. We are not. And he wants to help us. It's no different than when our kids are struggling and we're like, well, why didn't you ask me to help you 20 minutes ago? Or you know what I mean? It's, why didn't you ask for my help? You didn't have to go through. Our friends, our kids, our family, our loved ones. It's like when they don't have to go through it alone in certain situations and we're able to help. That's what God wants to do for us. He wants to help us. The first thing that we should be doing is prayer, not making it a last resort. And then for myself, I really, really need to recognize where the boundaries need to be set, because when it gets too heavy, it's not because I have to prove anything to Jesus. He already knows. And it's typically because I'm carrying way more than I'm supposed to be. And I got to put some of that stuff down and let people carry their own stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not even being selfish. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's helping them. You know, that's the best thing that we can do. So regardless of what the circumstances are, just know that he's in your corner. And whatever you think that your purpose is, or what the plan is, I mean, my God, dream bigger, because it's so much bigger than what you can even fathom. I've recently learned to dream bigger, and there is so much freedom in that. There's so much freedom in that. So I will post this in the comments, and I want to do this again tomorrow. And there goes my phone. I want to do this again tomorrow. So I'm going to try to jump on at around 8 in the morning, and I'm going to have myself a little cup of coffee, and we'll see. Maybe we'll do this daily affirmation again. Maybe we'll do this one for a week and let it sit in, or maybe I will stumble across something new that speaks volumes to me and I want to share it with you all. I know I don't know a lot of you personally, but I want you to know that I love you all very much. I just genuinely love people today. There is so much ugly in this world right now. Let's just be good to each other. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm super excited about today, and I don't even know why. I woke up excited. I'm going to stay excited. They're not going to stop calling until I answer. So have a great day, you guys. I will talk to you in the morning.